you believe that you can use a can of chickpeas to create this silky smooth Swiss meringue buttercream that literally has 0 egg whites in it. I know, it's crazy, and I cannot wait to show you guys, so let's do this. So to start off, you're going to need to drain a can of chickpeas and reserve the liquid, which is what we're going to use as a substitute for egg whites. And this liquid is also known as aquafaba. Now the liquid needs to have that kind of thick consistency to it. So you want to use a can of chickpeas that is soaked in brine. And I tried a few different brands to see which one gave me the thickest liquid and went with that one. Now if the liquid in your can is, pretty thin, then you can reduce it on a stove top until it becomes thicker in consistency. Now in my regular Swiss meringue buttercream recipe, I use 4 egg whites, which equates to about 160 grams. So we want 160 grams of the aquafaba. Next, we're going to add 1 1/4 cups of white sugar to our aquafaba and then heat it up in the microwave for about a minute or so until the sugar is completely dissolved into the aquafaba. You can test this by rubbing a little of the mixture between your fingers, and if you can't feel any sugar granules, then you're good to go. Next, I'm going to add the mixture to my stand mixer with my whisk attachment on it. Now this next part is optional, and it's to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. This is going to help stabilize our meringue, which we're just about to whip up, but honestly, if you're not making like a huge layer cake and you don't need like a super stable buttercream, then using this exact recipe without the cream of tartar will be totally fine as well. So you basically want to whip up your mixture on a high speed until your mixture has cooled down and you've reached semi-stiff peaks, which should take about 10 to 15 minutes or so using a high-powered mixer like I am. I like to give mine a mix halfway through to make sure everything's mixing well. If you don't use cream of tartar, then you may have more of a kind of soft peak at the end, which is totally fine too. So my mixture is ready now, and if I lift it up, you can see that I've got these decent glossy stiff peaks, which means that my mixture is ready. If you've reached this stage and your bowl is still a little warm to the touch, then you can just pop it into the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes and then you should be good to go. Next, we're going to add in 400 grams of unsalted butter. Now it's really important that your butter is at the right consistency, so it should be firm enough to hold its shape, but soft enough that you can make an indent in it with your finger. So you want to slowly add bits of the butter to your meringue. If you add in too much too quickly, it's going to deflate your meringue, which we really don't want. Now once all the butter is added in, give your buttercream a little mix and add in your flavoring. So I'm adding in 1 3/4 teaspoons of vanilla and then just let it mix until it turns into a beautiful silky buttercream. It's very common for Swiss meringue buttercream to look like it's curdling, but this is totally normal, so you just want to let the mixer do its thing. So my buttercream is ready now, but it has some large air bubbles in it and is slightly firmer than I would like. So a trick to get it super silky smooth is to pop it into the microwave for literally like 10 seconds or so, and then swap the whisk attachment with the paddle attachment and then just let it mix on the lower speed for about 5 to 10 minutes or so until you're left with a beautiful silky smooth buttercream. This buttercream pipes amazingly and it tastes incredible. I promise you, you cannot taste the chickpeas at all. And if for some odd reason, on the off chance, you feel like you can taste a little bit of that chickpeas, then all you need to do is just add a little bit more flavoring and that should do the trick. Now this buttercream is great for coloring too, and you can also turn it into a delicious chocolate buttercream by adding in some melted dark chocolate. It may get a little softer when you add in the melted chocolate, so if you want a firmer frosting, simply pop it into the fridge for about 30 minutes to help the chocolate set and then bring it out and give it a little mix and it'll be good to go. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up below and subscribe if you did. Apart from that, I'll see you in the next one.